Hi, everybody. Welcome to the show. And where are we? I got Wayne and Action Man here, and we're doing a bit of what's the word? Gratuitous.
Yeah.
We're working very hardly trying to let people know about the Ashes, and of course, balls and all. Welcome to the show, Wayne. Where are we?
Well, wait a minute. I just got to pull something out of my ashes. Okay. Yes. We're in the middle over.
Ashes sign, you were going to say.
Oh yeah, I meant the ashes sign. Sorry.
How you Action Man?
Pulling out of your ashes. How you doing over there, Action Man?
Where are we?
Where the heck are we? Okay, we're down near what university is this? UWA, ladies and gentlemen. And we're standing out in the street and we're getting tooted by people because they think we're freaking lunatics.
Well, actually, one of us is. But anyway, and I don't want to tell you which one it is because we always try to keep it a secret here on the show, don't we, Action Man? Which one we are? How you going, guys?
Yeah, how you doing? Checks in the mail.
Okay, well, anyway, welcome to the show. The name of the show, as we always say, is Balls and All. And we'll get the balls rolling. I stumped you guys that time. Now, as you probably know from last week, the fact that we weren't on is because the Ashes are on. That's what we're kind of mucking around, having a bit of fun here. We're going to go catch up with thousands of nerds all in there playing computer games right here at UWA. It's going to be lots of fun. Stick with us. And, Wayne, we went and did a bit of a story. You guys are having a bit of fun. How you going, everybody? Having a bit of a fun. And, Wayne, you went down and did a little bit of break dancing.
Yeah, I did.
Not like
Action Man,
the howdy dance.
Not like the howdy dance. Everybody, let's do the howdy dance.
You got to have a broken knee or something to do that one, don't you?
Well, we did some break dance, but I'm going to show you how it works.
Wayne, you don't have to yell. The mics do pick up. Here we go. Wayne, come back to earth. Earth to Wayne, earth to Wayne.
Sorry, I got excited when he said break dance. I was like, Big Kev.
Yeah, well, that's my job. Now tell us about the story. You actually seen a bit of it a fortnight ago.
Yes, this is a story that we did over at a college that I know about, and I'm just going to tell you guys.
Anyway, let's go to the story.
I'm standing here with Systematic, who just put on a fantabulous show there, and they were just mucking around, which is scary because they were so good and they were just playing around. Anyway, your name is?
B-Boy Raz. And? B-Boy Slide.
All right, then. Now, how long you guys been together?
Well, Systematic crew, we've been around for coming on about 2.5 years now.
Okay.
But as breakers, as B-Boys, we've been breaking for around about 3 years.
Okay, now, you guys, I mean, I'm sure you guys have involved yourself in some of the stuff in the community. What are some of the things that you guys have done as far as teaching young kids?
Everything, really. You name it, we've done it. Just shows everywhere and just teaching these young boys here, and they're getting good. Starting to get a bit worried, so that's all right.
Yeah, I know they're trying to take over the meadow. So now, what got you guys started? I mean, a lot of those guys said they saw you guys perform, and they got the bug, and so they've been doing it. Who motivated you guys?
Well, I guess it was ourselves, eh? I mean, I saw it when I was younger, like when I was really younger, but I never really took it on because I had no one to teach me. Then as I got a bit older and I was able to learn by myself, me and a few friends got together. Actually, we went to this school, we went to BCC, we started here. And then we basically just kept on going, did a few comps, won a few comps, started doing workshops in schools, and we ended up hooking up with our old teachers. Okay. And we got some jobs in our old schools, and as well as schools around Perth, other schools.
Excellent. Now, if somebody wants to get involved in this, what does it take to be a good breakdancer?
Dedication, I guess. Just got to be able to practice. A bit of stretching. Probably not drink or smoke that much. It's probably a good thing.
Yeah, well, seeing those moves, you wouldn't want to be tipsy and trying to do that. You kind of like break your neck. Now, now you guys have taught people all over the place, and I heard you had just come back from Malaysia. What was that about?
Some guys over there, a hip hop group over in Malaysia. They're called Too Fat. They sponsored me and my brother to go over there to choreograph some shows for the AIM Music Awards in Malaysia. It was pretty cool. Got to meet some of the Asian celebrities. Heaps of chun chicks.
Heaps of girlies, yeah.
But yeah, we got to go over there, hook up with a few b-boys from Malaysia, a few b-boys from Singapore. It was good to see other parts of the world and how the hip hop scene's going down there. But yeah, we kept it real for Australia.
Oh, there you go. Now, what do you think the hip-hop or the bebop scene is in Perth? What is that like for you guys?
It's pretty good actually. It's not too bad. It's pretty underground at the moment, which is good. It's the way I like it, rather than all the commercial stuff that's going on. Groups like Downside and that are starting to get up, trying to put Perth on the map as well. So yeah, we're just trying to get it out there, you know.
Now, how many people are in Systematic all up? I mean, I see you two guys today. Are there any more guys involved in Systematic?
Yeah, we got our crew consists of seven people, as well as our manager Stormy. This is our T-shirt here. Basically, on the T-shirt, it's only got 4 of us because at the time there was only 4 of us in the crew. But you know, now we've got an extra 3 members, which, you know, they be busting moves and stuff. So our next T-shirt's gonna have them on it as well. But yeah, and for the crew that's not here right now, we're represented for the whole of Systematic, not just for us two. Okay, and that's, well, that's me and Busy. We got Benny Benz, the Lazy B-Boy, B-Boy Rascal, B-Boy Ringo, and B-Boy Crisco. Shout out.
All right then, showing them some love. Now, is there anybody else you guys would like to thank?
I'd like to thank Stormy at Magenta.
Stormy.
What's up, Stormy? like to thank Miss Day and BCC for letting us come in here and teach these kids how to run amok, sort of thing.
Now, when is you guys' next show? What's happening for you guys next?
There's a show tonight in Northam, PCYZ, but you just probably won't see that till next week. So,
okay.
And, a whole lot of things coming up, really.
Okay.
We got a show tomorrow in down in Bentley at the Bentley Community Hall.
Okay.
There's a gig going on down there, and we just finished doing a whole heap of gigs, battles. Everything's going down, but you can hook it up by either giving us a call.
Now, what's your guys' phone number?
Okay. Well, the best person to call is our manager Stormy. Okay, you can get him on 0417 993378, or you can get him at his office on 93211 955. Or otherwise, you can get him also on email, and the address is
stormy.com.au.
Sorry, Stormy at magenta.com.au. .net or something like that.
Well, that's close enough for me. Well, anyway, we want to thank you guys a lot for coming out here, and I think you got a little bit of something else you want to show us there, so we'll just step aside and let you do your thing. Goodness. Yeah, give it up for Systematic. Give it up. Now I'm here with Bev Day, and she is the team arts leader here for Balladura Community College. And as you can see, she does a mean two-step there. How you doing, Bev?
Great, thanks.
Now, how long have you been involved with this school?
Since it opened, which it's now in its 7th year, since 1995. Actually, I think that makes it our 6th year, since 1995.
Okay, then now, this particular school is one of the new models for schools that are coming up. Why are these facilities different than the others?
Well, basically, it's a middle school, so it's based on middle school philosophy, where the students' needs come first. And then there's a senior campus as well, where it's a bit more adult learning ethos, and it's the 2 campuses at the one school. And basically we have really great facilities because of our numbers of students that we have coming through, and the real strength of our arts program. The school really appreciates and values the arts, and it's great to see.
Wow, because I mean, when I came in here, I saw some of the young people getting ready to do breakdance and what have you. What other things do you have for them in terms of art?
Well, basically they study visual arts, drama, dance, media and music. And then we have gifted and talented programs as well. The guys you saw today were actually gifted and talented, part of our boys dance group. But some of these boys study dance within the class as well. So this is like a cherry on top of their classwork.
Okay, then, and cherries are always good, from what I've been told. Now, actually, you've been involved in, how long have you been involved in dance itself? How long have you been doing it?
Well, in 1995, I started teaching dance at this school. Mainly, my main area is visual arts, but we started teaching dance here as well. And I've been teaching visual arts and dance throughout my time here at BCC.
Okay. Now, you guys have, 1,750 students now, and you had, what, about 600 students or what have you?
Yep, that's correct. So the very first, myself and my colleague Gary Adamson, we were the first two arts teachers at the school, so we both donned the dance shoes and started teaching dance. And then we've had some terrific dance teachers, Mrs. Dudney and Mrs. Hendricks, that have come in and have really taken this program and got it to the point where it's one of the best in the state.
Wow, okay then. And actually, where do you see this school hitting in terms of its art program in the near future?
Well, basically, we try and really push the frontiers and do things that are really innovative and really contemporary and where it's needed. So, for example, we have a huge number of boys do dance at our school, and that's not common in West Australian schools. I think it's nearly 400 students, and nearly 50% of our Year 9 classes are boys. So that's an amazing statistic, and it's because we do what they want to do. Those group of boys that you saw just then, they can't wait to get in rehearse. They'll do it at their lunchtimes. They'll do it at after school. They can't wait to get in here, and that's the sort of education we like, one sort of education that they want to be involved in.
Yeah, that's great. And actually talking to some of those young people, they were remarking on how easygoing it is at the school and how happy they were to do some of the things that they're doing. I think that's a very unique program. Now, you guys have been going for 7 years. You've kind of got your future mapped out. I know you guys are getting ready to send some people over to Bali. Could you tell us a little bit more about that?
Yeah, basically another cherry on our cake is that we have a really great instrumental program and a fantastic music teacher, Mr. Ryan Davis, and he has grown our music program from very, very small to bursting at the seams. And with sort of these extra special things like, for example, this cultural exchange tour to Bali, so the students will actually perform and see performances in Indonesia. It's really exciting.
Wow, that's brilliant. And for young people to do something like that, that's something that they'll never forget. Now, if someone wants to help with this particular show or what have you, if they want to get involved, is there a phone number that they can ring? Maybe they've got some kids that they want to send to the school in the near future or what have you. Is there a phone number they can ring?
Basically, the school phone number is 9262 7777. And if there were other people that wanted to get involved, for example, sponsoring our students with costumes to wear, you'll notice they performed in their school uniform because we don't have a budget for their costuming. So perhaps somebody has an interest in supporting the boys that way. That would be great.
Oh, that would be brilliant. You hear that, Carrie Stokes? All right, just kidding. Well, thanks a lot, Bev, and thanks a lot for your time.
Thanks for coming, Wayne.
Well, Wayne, that was at the
Ballajira Community College. Is a very beautiful facility. They've upgraded it, and as you can see, it's lovely there. Bev Day runs the show over there, and it's going well.
So, yeah, you want to learn a bit about breakdancing. Good luck to all the gang there. Look like you're having a lot of fun, which is really what sports and leisure really should all be about, you know?
That is true. Now, as you can see, we do a lot of leisure activities, which is probably our problem. But anyway.
No, Wayne, you've got a much bigger problem than that.
Okay.
Anyway, talking about problems, has anyone asked you over the hippie club there to do the howdy dance?
Not yet, thankfully.
Okay, so if you catch him down the hippie club, he loves doing the howdy dance, so girls ask him up, and he'll be happy to do it. And I wouldn't want to be the one who put him on the spot. Yeah, there you go. All right,
he's on the spot.
Let's go to a break. We're still here in Crawley, I think it is, right outside the UWA. We're going to go inside and have a look. It's the world's biggest, well, put it this way, it's West Australia's biggest. How you going, everybody? How you going? It's West Australia's biggest link-up, and we're going to explain what a link-up is to you people who don't understand about computers.
Well, I think some people have had enough link-ups. That's why we got people here today.
Yeah, well, some people need cables and all that stuff.
Yeah,
anyway,
well.
let's go to a break.
Hey, we're just two sides standing around hanging out at the beach. No, we're over here near UWA. And Action Man, what do you think about what's going on today?
We're having a bored of a time.
Yes, that's very good. And as you can see, you know, we got the Ashes Tour. It's on. Make sure you watch it on Access 31. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, the Ashes Tour. Now, as we move along, we did a story quite a while ago on AFL footy from the seniors, ladies and gentlemen. Now, we apologize to you people because we did a story quite some time ago, but we've been inundated with stories, so please bear with us. And ladies, please send us in some stories. We love you guys. And now, speaking of crashes, there's a lot of cars out here, and actually, man, you're used to crashing around. So why don't we just crash around a little bit?
Ain't that bad. Come on.
And we'll be right back after these breaks. Hello, I'm Wayne, and we're here at Jubilee Reserve and I guess Eden Hill. So we'll just walk over here. Somebody was trying to give us heaps a little earlier. We'll see if we can sneak up on him because he was a little bit brave a little earlier, and now he's going to be on camera from a couple 100,000 people. Let's see how he goes. How you doing?
Good, thanks.
And your name is?
Bill.
All right, there's no need to get quiet now, Bill. Now, why are you here?
Because our side's playing out there and had nothing else to do on a Sunday.
Okay. And what's the name of your side?
Vic Park Pigs.
Vic Park Pigs. So you guys are just oinking around trying to get a game out?
Something like that, yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, enjoying ourselves.
Now, how long you guys been together?
20 years.
20 years. There's a lot of male bonding going on in there. Now,
20 years this year.
Okay. Now, how many pub calls have you had in that time? You got 2 seconds.
Pub calls?
Yes.
Heaps.
Oh, okay. Okay. Now, could you tell us a little bit about this sport? Is this a little bit different than your normal footy?
Slightly modified, but basically it's your same football, yeah.
Okay, then now when you played and stuff, now what position did you play? I used to play left out all the time, but what about you?
I always wanted to be a ruckman, but because of my height...
you sure it was just the height?
Yeah, it was the height, yeah,
Okay.
yeah. But I mainly played on the ball, which is all over the place.
Okay, like a liberatory type player, slash in there, stab somebody real quick and say, "Oh, ref, I didn't do it."
You got it, that's it. Yeah, got long nails, yeah.
Oh, okay, then. So, I mean, if you play like liberatory, I'm sure you've been up in front of a lot of tribunals, but that's another story. And now, is there anybody you want to say hello to?
He's out there playing, but we can't see him. No one else, mate, no. No.
You got no friends, these guys behind you that are having to laugh, no buddies?
No, mate. Don't know him.
You got to love the friendship and camaraderie that goes on here at these footy games. Anyway, we want to thank you for your time, and you got to go on and cheer for your team.
Certainly do.
Okay, thank you. We're here with Gordon and Harold, and we're going to talk a little bit about Super Rules footy. How you guys doing?
Very well, thanks. Wayne, is it?
Yeah, it's still Wayne. I had to check myself. Now, if you guys could tell us a little bit about the rules.
Okay. The concept is actually for fellas who, in the end of their career, they'd be in excess of 35 years of age. There's a number of different leagues. There's a Super Rules league that's guys from 35 to 40 years of age. Then there's what we call a Masters League that's for fellas that are 40 to 45 years of age.
Which is in my level, but let's go on again.
and then there's a seniors level for fellas that are older than that again. And the concept is that we play fortnightly. We run a carnival like you can see here now. We have things for the kids to do. Basically, it's a run around for an hour. A game starts and stops on the hour every hour. It's good for our old bodies to not play for so long. And so what happens then is that we'll host this game today, and then in a fortnight's time we'll travel to Mandurah and they host a round, and everybody goes there. And then the fortnight after that, I'm not sure where we go, Harold. We go.
No, anyway, we go right through the season to 11 different venues as far as Bunbury. In the south through to Scarborough, I guess it'd be in the northern area, northern districts.
And that's just the local league. That's here in town. The league is actually statewide. There's teams from as far away as Northampton up north, out to Kalgoorlie, and down to Albany and everywhere in between. So there's both carnivals this is the local league, but we also have a carnival that the country fellows participate in, and they all converge from all over the state. And then There's also a national carnival, which is an annual thing that we go to every late September for a fortnight, and we play against the other states, so you get to represent your state as well.
Now, for one of those national carnivals, how many people would be looking at going to one of those, Harold?
I think we have a contingent of probably in excess of 100 players, which is, and it's a very popular carnival from each state, that's right. Very popular carnival, and if you don't get your name down early to participate, well then you're likely to miss out.
Oh, okay then. So for us older blokes, when we get out here, is there a lot of stretching involved, or how do we go? How do you guys limber up with a couple of brews, or what happens?
That's exactly what happens as soon as that final siren goes. I can tell you what, we'll be here till 6 o'clock at night, and we won't be standing here as straight as I am now, that's for sure. But no, it's the concept of Super Rules Vets football is football for kicks. We don't, as such, have a final series. Very rarely do people even take the scores. Each individual will probably know whether they won or they lost, but the idea of it's not to whether you win or lose, it's the participation thing that's important. And yeah, it's all about blokes still think they can run around and kick a football, basically.
Excellent, excellent. I like that concept because, that gives me a chance where I can tell a few fibs. I can say, yeah, I ran for about 6 or 7, scores, and I was just magnificent. Because there's no score, you can't tell.
You'd be surprised how many blokes can actually tell you what the score was at the end, but it's you're not supposed to matter, is it?
No, but whilst there's no results, I mean, the players, when they get on the field, are certainly pretty keen to make sure they win. Yeah. So that part of the competition still remains. It's just that at the end of the day, well, they've enjoyed themselves, and it doesn't really matter what the final scores were.
Now, if somebody wants to get involved in this, because it would be good for people of older, or not older, but let's say better age people to get involved, is there a phone number they can get in touch?
Well, there's, as I said, there's 10 clubs sprinkled around the metropolitan area. We have, we here at Bassendean, of course I could give you my phone number.
Yeah, well, there's nothing wrong with that. Nothing wrong with a little hard sell.
Anybody's welcome in the Bassendean area, certainly, to call me, Gordon Purvis, on 0417 086 085. But if you're internet type people, you can have a look at us on the web. We've got a web page, and it's, help me Harold, it's www.superruleswa, all one word, .com.au. And all the clubs are listed with their contact names, and as Harold was saying, there's clubs from up at Whitford's right through to Bunbury and everywhere in between. So I think the metropolitan area is reasonably catered for.
Okay, now Harold, are you guys sponsored by anyone? Anybody you want to talk about?
Well, at this stage, no, but we are certainly endeavouring to get some sponsors. In this day and age, it's not very easy, but if there is anyone out there that would like to be involved with us as a partner in Super Rules, then by all means give us a call. And we are listed in the phone book under Super Rules WA with our phone number 9331 115. And our fax number 9331 1305. And any players that can't get up here to Bassendean to play and want to play somewhere else can give me a call on either of those numbers.
Yeah. Oh, excellent. Well, look, I want to thank you guys for your time, Gordon and Harold, and wish you every success with the league. It's been going for anywhere from 18 to 20 years, so good on you.
Hi, Wayne.
And who is this other big guy that wants to play?
Well, I just pointed out, too, they didn't mention, we see SGIO over here with the golf. What's going on over there?
All we're going to run today is a nearest the pin competition. What I didn't mention before is that because the fellas are a bit older, generally they've all got young kids, and we try and create a scenario where the old man can come down and have a kick and a run around for an hour, and then a few beers with his mates afterwards. And then to keep the kids happy and to keep the wives happy is that you'll see over there's a little tractor running around with all the kids sitting in the back of it, and we'll run a nearest the pin competition, and there'll be a face painter here to paint all the kids' faces. So each club sort of has different things that they run to keep all the families involved.
Oh, good on you.
It's a nice afternoon.
Because you've heard of Greg Norman, the shark, right?
Yeah.
I'm Moose, the orca.
Oh, that's great, because we got over there, Vic Park, we got the pigs over there. So everybody's happy as a pig, and, well, we can't go there. But anyway, I want to thank you guys for your time, and I hope everything works out.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Yes, thanks for your time.
Okay, well, everybody, thanks for that. That was a great story, and That's just fantastic what happened there. Now, Wayne, where are we now?
Well, we're actually at Arena 1 in the Challenge Stadium, and we're around here with some computer geniuses, I might add.
All the computer geniuses are right here in action, right here in Challenge Stadium. And
Please stand up.
They're playing all these games, all original copies too, I want to point out to you here in Challenge Stadium, right? They're all original, aren't they, guys? Everyone agrees, yeah.
There's a lot of rating that went on today, buddy. Don't worry about it. You get that.
And I want to copy that game too. All right, look, we're going to be taking a break. We're going to have a chat with some people here, and we're going to be doing a bit of wandering around, and got a heaps more stories for you. So,
and hopefully we won't get thrown out.
Well, hopefully only one person here
will get thrown out.
We love you,
right
Ryan.
here.
We love you.
Checks in the mail. So now I'm here talking with Danny Chin. How you doing?
Good, thank you.
Now, if you could tell us a little bit about what's going on this evening.
Okay, we organized this so-called party to bring across every gamer to compete against each other competitively in computer games. Traditionally, computer games have been looked at as being a geek-only audience, and we are trying to bring it out so that it's more acceptable social sporting type situation rather than just for those individuals who like to lock themselves away and play games.
Now, how did you guys get a lot of people? There's a lot of people here. How did you guys get this organized?
Okay, originally it all started in just a group of friends who went to UWA and just bringing computers together and play games. Then we find out that other people keep joining, and therefore it grew and grew, and now it's to this size.
Now, just offhand, how many computers would be in here?
At the moment, you're looking at about 360 PCs.
Wow, that's a whole lot of chips. Now, what seems to be like the favorite games? Are there any favorite games that stand out?
Yes, the favorite game at the moment would be Counter-Strike, Unreal Tournament, Quake 3, and Tribes 2.
Okay, now, to find out, who's the very best, now how long does this go on for?
Tournament usually runs for half a day on each game. Unfortunately, we haven't fully got the national titles all figured out yet, so we can only do the WA section. But by the next one, we should have the best players here going over east and play against in a national competition.
Oh, excellent. Well, Danny, want to thank you a lot for your time, and we're just going to have a look around here and see how everything goes. And Moose is in here somewhere abusing some people, obviously, some computer buffs, so we'll see where Moose is. Get right back to you. Oh, Moose. Got it.
Yeah, thanks a lot, Wayne. And here we are down on the floor. As you can see, everyone's playing computer games. We got some guys here. Hi, what are you guys playing?
Bit of Counter-Strike.
Good. And your name?
Garth.
Garth, and your name?
Simon.
Simon, what kind of games do you guys actually like best?
Oh, yeah, this had to be it, eh? Yeah, basically first-person shooters.
Yeah?
Shoot the people.
Yeah, have a good time. How many guys are you playing against here? Just the two of you?
Nah, about, 16.
16. Of course, you got the compulsory headsets now, so... and these ones, can you communicate with each other as well?
Nah, we just look on each other's screen.
Okay. Makes it easy. Have a good time. Have a good time. Well, here it is. I don't know how often they're going to have these. I know they had one about a month ago. They might be having them more often. It's a lot of fun. Hi, how you going, mate?
That's bad.
Good. What's your name?
Simon.
And what kind of game you mainly involved in?
I usually play Counter-Strike and play a bit of Quake 3 as well.
Excellent. So you like the run around, shoot 'em up. How you going, mate?
How you doing?
What's your name?
Branko.
Braher?
Branko.
Branko. Okay, cool, Branko. Now, what's your favorite kind of game?
Mainly Quake 3 and Counter-Strike as well, yeah.
And, of course, a bit of Emperor and stuff like that?
Oh yeah, of course.
Yeah, cool. Hope you guys are all having a good time. Right now, we did a story a while back with a West Australian gold medal holder, and she's just so good to talk to, and a true West Australian legend. let's have a look at the story when we went down to the Star March gym down in Bayswater and we spoke to Allanah Slater. Let's have a look at that story. Hi, now I'm talking to one of us, West Australia's greats, and she's only 17, Allanah Slater. Hi, Allanah, how are you?
Good, thanks.
Now, tell us about, let's start way back when you first started. Like, what got you into gymnastics to begin with?
Well, I was a really sick baby. I had sudden infant death syndrome when I was really little, and my mum and dad were worried about my balance coordination, so I went to the doctor and he suggested, well, go to kindy gym. So I enrolled with the closest kindy gym, College Off School of Gymnastics, and from there I got talent ID, went down to the West Australian Institute of Sport when I was 6, and from there I've been there 11 years.
Fantastic. Now, it's funny, you've overcome the what looked like at first like being a problem, and here you are one of an Olympian and everything, going off to the Olympics. How do you feel about all that?
Pretty amazing to start with, to think that my life was pretty much in grave danger of actually living when I was such a young baby, and now here I am as healthy as ever, achieving at a really high level a sport that I really have a favour.
That's the legendary status, really. I mean, you've taken something that a lot of people would have sit back and say, oh, look, that's it for me type of thing, but you've gone on and done things that people that didn't have that possible disability and gone off to the Olympics. Now, your coach, we spoke to Jo. How do you find Jo there?
She's a really great coach. I've been with her about 7 years, as well as my other coach, Nikolai Lapshin, who's Russian. And to their credit, they've really prepared me well for all the leading competitions that before the Olympics as well as the Olympics, and they've really helped me get my program together, and they basically also look after me as a person as well when we're travelling.
Because it really is a huge bonding thing. It's beyond just the 9 to 5 and go away. She has to at times realise how you're feeling about things, especially when you just come off after a big competition, you've just done your piece, and she has to know how to get the best out of you all the time, really, isn't it?
She does, especially Jo really works on that side as the nurturing side. She really has learnt how to deal with me on the competition floor with how I feel if I make a mistake or if I've done really well, and she knows my ins and outs of me and basically knows me like the back of her hand.
Yeah, well, something that I found interesting when the young girls she was giving the speech with the young girls, is that you've just come off, and it's something for a coach. They look at you and go, oh, I really want to tell her this was, should have done this, should have done. But the important thing for her to do is to kind of bolster you, keep you up, because of course you got to get back out there and perform again. If she's saying, oh, you should have done this and should have done that, it really drags you down. So, I'm very impressed with her from what I've seen. Now, what's the next big stage for you?
Well, we've got the Goodwill Games in August this year, and that's a big first target, first international for the year. And then that's a lead up for the World Championships in Belgium in Bucharest. So that'll be an interesting one, especially with the new code and all the new international senior girls coming through. And then, of course, there's the Grand Prix circuit again, starting that one again.
And where does that take you, the Grand Prix circuit?
It takes you to all sorts of places in Europe, but mostly Switzerland, Germany and Scotland.
Fantastic. Now, you went to the Olympics and then you went to Europe and you actually excelled even more there. Tell us about that.
Well, in myself after the Olympics, I felt like I had a point to prove to myself that I could actually go out there and do faultless routines, as I did make a few mistakes at the Olympics. So that was a big goal within myself, to go out and prove to myself that I was worthy of being out there and competing with the best and hitting my routines all the time. I went to Stuttgart in Germany for the Grand Prix circuit for the start of the next cycle, and I did really well. I ended up coming first on bars and second on floor. That was a real big booster for me, especially after the Olympics, and it was a good lead up to the World Cup finals, where I actually placed second on the uneven bars on the day.
Fantastic. We got a guy on our show called James, and he's pretty good in bars, but that's a different one. Now, what's the you've got Athens? Have you been chosen yet? Are you still progressing towards that, or when do they announce who's going?
They don't announce it like last year until 1 month beforehand, so there's a lot of work ahead of us, and there's no givens for what you've done in the past. You just have to work just as hard for it. and I certainly will be trying just as hard.
And the whole experience, what do you have to say about that?
It's been a fantastic learning experience. I've learnt so many life skills out of it, and I know that I'll be able to use it to my benefit and also to help others through the tough times as well.
Now, I'm kind of well known for helping people out with their skills and that, like when I went down the cricket and all that, and I've come across something. I've only been here half an hour, and I just want to show you something I've learned. It's called the moose. It's a step that only you can see. I don't want anyone else to pick up. You need a mattress for this. I'll show you how it's done. All right, everyone watching, here you go. Ready? You reckon you get a gold for that one? Yeah. Have a go? Yeah.
These mats are good for it.
Yeah. Some people like me might need 2 mats, but have a go at that, girls, if you and young guys, because guys and girls doing this, isn't there?
Definitely. It's a very comfortable and relaxing time in training that the coaches don't usually approve of, but sometimes you can get away with it.
All right, so you can point that out to Joe, it's the moose, the step, you can do that one. Well, congratulations.
Thank you
all
very
the best,
much.
and good luck in your future sport, because you still got a long way to go with it, so all the best.
Thank you very much.
Thank you. Now I'm talking to the mother of Allanah, Allanah's mother, Barbara. Hi, Barbara, how are you?
Hi, nice to meet you. Yeah,
Good.
well, thanks.
Now tell us the whole thing behind Allanah. She was explaining about possible SIDS when she was young, and look at her today. How do you feel as mum?
Well, I have to say it's very hard to look back and realise that's the same little girl, because she used to stop breathing and her heart used to stop between 10 and 15 times a day, and we used to have to resuscitate her, and she spent her life on a monitor for the first 2 years of her life. So to think that she's gone from that to being, the highest level of her sport for Australia that's ever happened is just really quite incredible.
It's fantastic to think that, here you were, obviously you were going through one hell of a time now, and then to look back now, I mean, it must be daunting to think of, all the problems you went through, and then look at her, she looks beautiful and perfect and doing such a fantastic job.
Yeah, I'm very, very proud of her.
Now, do you get to go when she goes to all these places, like the Olympics and all that kind of stuff?
Well, I try to get to the major competitions, such as the Olympics, World Championships, Commonwealth Games. And for a while there, after her father died in a plane crash, I actually travelled with her.
Sorry to hear.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. For the first 18 months, while she got more stable with being in a plane again, I travelled with her. But now she travels, she's older and she's fine and she's really motivated with her sport and everything's great. So just the major events now.
Now, of course, what actually prompted you to taking her in the first place to gymnastics?
It was her health. Because of the problems that she had, she also is a very small baby and she was having some balance and coordination problems.
Not now.
No, well, we soon proved that wasn't a problem. But Princess Margaret Hospital actually recommended that she went there and try, and we'd have a look at how the balance coordination went. And yeah, look, she loved it, so she kept going. It's great.
And I was talking with Jo, and she said that, of course, they're looking towards Athens, but obviously their next term goal, and then she goes off to Europe, I believe.
Yes, she's got very used to doing that European Grand Prix circuit. She's very well accepted by the Romanians, the Russians, all of them. They really believe that she belongs in those top few in the world, which is really terrific. And then, her goals just go on and on. I mean, she's also fairly excited about 2006 Commonwealth Games being in Australia, so who knows?
And you'll be there, of course?
Of course.
Cheering her on. Well, thanks very much for all your effort. And on behalf of Balls and All, obviously, we thank you because you're the one that got her started in this, and she's done such a great job.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Guess what? He's recording, so we got to talk. I'm here with Ashley and David. How you guys doing?
Yeah, we're doing good.
Now, I want to know, does your mom and dad know where you guys are right now?
Yeah, we do.
Oh, that's very good. I'm glad you checked with them. Now, what's your favorite computer game?
Counter-Strike.
Okay, now, speaking of camera struck, how about not being camera shy and you got to look at the camera? Now, what's your favorite game?
Quake.
Quake.
Quake, yeah.
Okay, you seem to be like quaking in your boots right now, but that's okay. We're getting ready to go to a break, so don't go nowhere.
Hi everybody, welcome back, and as we say, we're here in Challenge Stadium. I got Wayne hiding over there, and everybody's here having a good time, and this guy here doesn't know, but his name is Matt. Hi Matt, how you going?
Hi Moose. I'm good.
Tell us what's happening here.
Everyone's just bringing their computers along, hook them up.
And of course, the main food for the night is?
Chippies.
Chippies? I heard the pizza order go around before. What games are you playing?
I'm playing CS, Counter-Strike.
Yeah.
And that's about it.
What about the new Emperor? You got that one yet?
No, I haven't got that yet.
Everyone everywhere. It's a good game, great game. Hey again, mate, what's your name?
I'm Earl.
Hey?
I'm Earl.
Hey Earl, what game are you playing?
Action Half-Life.
Oh yeah, excellent game. And which weapon you like best? Shotty.
Yeah, the good old shotgun.
So, do you know you can get the double pistols in this as well?
Yep, that's right, the Kimbo.
Excellent. Lots of fun. It's amazing games. What's your name?
Jono.
Jono. And what game are you playing?
I'm watching a screen.
Okay, cool. That means you're winning.
No.
What's happened? Is it died on you or what?
No, I haven't started playing it.
Okay, cool. Well, good luck, guys. Good luck. Have a good time. Have a good time. All right, well, listen, we had a footy story earlier in the show, and we've got another one. A while back, went down to Swan Districts and spoke to one of the legends of the sport. Helped, of course, way back with the Swans, and then he went and helped the Eagles, and he's back with Swans now, doing a great job with them down there. Let's have a look at the story where I had a chat with Mr. John Todd. Hi everyone, I'm lucky enough to have caught up with one of the legends of West Australian football, if not nationally football, the one and the only Mr. John Todd. Hi John, how are you?
Pleasure.
Now tell us, first of all, sorry to delve into the past, but what actually got you started off into footy?
In the past, we got to go back 50 years. It's been a long haul.
Say 20, no one will ever know.
Look, as a young lad, I had a passion to play the game, and I was pretty keen about being corrected at a very tender age. And I had a very good coach who believed...
Who was your coach, do you?
Well, Harry Carbon was one of the great personalities that had an influence on my game. He was a past champion of South Fremantle and a premiership captain and a great achiever. And he emphasised the part about skill. I found that difficult to get out, didn't I?
Takes a skill to get it out sometimes.
Yeah. Look, skills was very important, to be correct on both sides of my body. And at a very young age, I was pretty keen about working on my own and getting my levels up to a very high standard.
Now, that's something we find really quite a tradition with people like yourselves and, of course, Sir Donald Bradman and all these, basically the legends is not only do you work well with a team, but there's a lot of work you have to do as an individual.
Oh, very much the case. As a player, it's quite easy. You know, your destiny is in your own two hands. As a coach, you've got to get 50 players to think as one, and it's very difficult. So playing, I didn't find...
Think your way, of course.
Yeah, sure. But playing wasn't all that difficult. That's not being big-headed. I just felt I was born with some talent, and I trained very hard, and I didn't find it all that difficult to play. Unfortunately, I was stricken with an injury at a very tender age, and my career was put on hold. I was only 18, and I was told I would never play again. I wasn't prepared to accept that.
Can I ask what that was?
Yeah, it was a knee injury, and I needed a reconstruction, so it was a matter of playing with a knee brace that I was fortunate enough to pick up from the Harlem Globetrotters when they were over here. Okay. And it weighed about 1.5 pounds, and I had to break this brace lines and try to see if I could come back and play. So after having a successful year in my first year, winning a Sandover medal and the fairest and best, the next year I was forced to play Colts football, so I went from the highest level to perhaps trying to see if I could re-establish my career again, and it was very difficult. But I just wasn't prepared to accept that I had to retire. But it was always going to be week by week, and I ended up stringing together about 132 games and ended up making an All-Australian side, on one leg. Well, you don't have to congratulate me, but but it was a struggle, and I knew that if I was going to stay in football, I had to go into coaching. And I found that more difficult than playing, so I had to learn the craft, and I started at a very young age. I was coach at South Fremantle, but at the age of 20, and that was ridiculous. But I was keen, and then I went back and coached junior football and to gain a little bit of knowledge, and then I went into the coaching arena, perhaps around the 70s, and it's now history that I've enjoyed a bit of success, and it's been pretty hard but enjoyable.
Now, can I pick your brain a little bit about the older days, like with the Hayden Bunton, and we see Keith Slater off in the background there, and so on. Tell me a little bit about that era of footy.
Well, you know, I personally believe that, you know, having 5 decades of football behind me, that we were fortunate enough to see the very best football played in Western Australia. And we're going through a little bit of a slump at the moment, but we had some outstanding teams and we had some outstanding players. A lot of them eventually went to AFL football and carved a niche for themselves. But through that period of the 60s, like Swans were very fortunate to win 3 premierships under Hayden Bunton, 61, 62 and 63, and that was their first premiership ever. Keith Slater was involved in that, and he had some great clashes with Graham Farmer. Like, that's folklore. You're talking about Slater, Farmer, you talk about Marsh, you talk about Sheedy, you talk about Walker, you talk about Cable. So, you know, I only hope in years to come that we can talk folklore about the present AFL football that's being played. And they've been, perhaps, Eagles and Dockers have been perhaps maybe 15 years in the competition. Not too much folklore at the moment spoken about AFL footy, so it's certainly got to have a turnaround. And maybe they're suppressing all these, you know, so-called champions and not allowing them to be themselves, and that's a bit sad.
And do we see a few here, and through the waffle we see a few of the boys who really should maybe be held up a little bit higher on a pedestal at the moment?
Well, Swan Districts at the moment, believe it or not, we don't have one AFL footballer playing with us. Over the last couple of weeks we've played with just the local talent, and last year we got into financial trouble and we weren't prepared to go down that path again. So we decided to consolidate our year, give all our players the opportunity to play senior football, and they're doing okay. I like to think that in the local competition as it's being played at the moment, if you took all the AFL players out and had a competition with none of them playing, you'd find that Swans would be pretty close to the top of the table. But, you know, I think this is the exciting part about football, where you've got to come from the bottom and educate people to be capable of going to the next level, and a lot of them may aspire to do that. Hopefully that there will be a couple at the end of the year that will get drafted, because that's, you know, really the nature of the beast at the moment.
For sure. Now, young people out there maybe in the area, maybe not even in the area, and they're hoping to aspire to one day play here with the Swans. What should young guys out there be looking at?
Well, they've got to get into the system very quickly if they aspire to be an AFL player, and we can go through our Colts, that's under 18s. They also have the underage competition that's very good. You have the 16s and the 18s, and then you go into Colts football. That leads into league football. I think it means that they've got to dedicate themselves at a very young age. It's just not going to happen. Some players are more fortunate than others, and they have a tendency to get through pretty quickly without too much effort. But there's a lot of players that have to genuinely work at it on their skill level to be the player they wish to be. And I think they're all capable. They have enough ability, really. It's just a matter of how hard they want to work at it. And unfortunately, football today, there's a lot of them that's not doing enough work to be perhaps as good as they should be.
Taking a little bit of slack. Now, if I can ask you something ad hoc as well, what would be your motto as a coach? What would be your motto, your theme that you generally run by with all your players, or your motto?
Well, off the field, they've got to be pretty tight to have a bond that once they take the field, they've got to absolutely feel as though they're as one. And without that off-field camaraderie that's very important, you don't normally have a successful combination on the field. When you have a lot of young players, we lack a couple of leaders at the moment. That's a bit unfortunate. But look, we're coming along, and the players are enjoying their involvement at Swans. They do have a passion, and that's why they're here. And off the field, they're enjoying, well, turning up to training. I think that's very important. A lot of guys turn up, they're not sure why they turn up. But these guys turn up to learn the craft, and hopefully they'll end up becoming a pretty good tradesman.
Well, thanks once again, John, for having a chat with us, and all the best to the Swans, and good luck with the rest of the season.
Thanks very much. Cheers.
Thank you. Well, there you just seen, we had lucky enough to catch up with John Todd. They are very busy. He takes his coaching extremely serious, and he has a great rapport with his team, as we seen a little bit earlier, and we'll just thank him and everyone here at Swan Districts for having a chat with us.
Okay, I'm Neil here. I'm taking over from this guy because my friends over here have judged him to be incompetent in what he does. Anyway, you want to know anything about this land, you just come and ask me. I'm the man who knows everything here, okay? This is a major Counter-Strike competition going on. My clan, New Edition, named after a 80s R&B group, is going to win it. And yeah, basically what I said. I think I did a better job than him. Anyway.
See how easy it is? Anybody can do it. Is that right?
Yeah, shit, yeah.
And if you got another, 14 minutes to go for fine. It's
40 minutes.
15 minutes. That's all right. We'll do
Okay.
it. Thanks very much for that. You did a great job. What are you playing anyway?
Counter-Strike, but I'm not playing anything at the moment. I'm leeching porn.
Are you really? Really? They actually have porn on computers, do they?
Yes, a lot of underage kids have porn here.
Wow.
Did he say porn?
No, I think Korn. You know the band? The band.
Oh, Korn.
Korn.
Oh, sorry.
Definitely talking about Korn. And we heard some Korn play before.
Sorry. I was like Big Kev. I was excited on that.
Yeah, because he thought he... Yeah. So, look, here it is down at Challenge Stadium.
I think we were getting ready to grab back Australia.
With the Korn. Yeah, Korn.
Yeah, Korn.
Yeah, because
that's what I would have said, too.
We're advocating that everyone should have Korn on their computers, right? Yeah, and he's drinking Coke. Okay, well...
Be snorting it.
This is where it is. This is where it's all happening.
Yeah.
Now, the problem is well, the good thing is, of course, on Access 31, they're going to be showing the Ashes live coverage from...
the Ashes live coverage from England.
England, where Australia
terribly
is
British.
Picking the Palmies Ashes.
Ashes?
Winning.
Yeah, be careful now. It's a family show.
Yeah, it is. Well, that's
okay.
clean. So we're all behind Australia winning, but it means the sad thing is we're going to be only every fortnight for a while.
But don't forget us.
But our next show is going to go for 2 hours because we have so many of your stories we want to bring out and let other people know about your sports and leisure. So it's going to be a 2-hour show.
It's going to be extravaganza. So make sure you watch it, and it'll be fun. You might even see yourself.
Monday night, 8:30, repeated Saturday at 4. Also, we're helping out with the Indoor Cricket League and giving them a bit of a hand, and that's on at 3 o'clock on the days the Ashes is on, and it's on at 7:30.
Nice jumper that guy had when he walked by.
Yeah, that's one that you should wear, Wayne, because that way people will see that bright, glowing, shiny...
Yeah. Just wear a loud-colored jacket.
Right.
Thank you, Moose.
Action Man says see you later, too. He's up there hiding behind the camera. We got a big crowd here. I think the big meal of the night looks like Coca-Cola and pizza.
Yeah, Coca-Cola's going real big here.
Bit of Ramstein. He's got a bit of corn. And
make sure that's corn. That was with
a K.
Well, okay, because his corn started with a P for some reason. I don't get it.
Corn, and
but you get that.
And he likes all the other groups like Corn and that other group called Corn. Anyway, look.
Off the cop.
Thanks for joining us. We're here every Monday night, 8:30, except during the Ashes. Keep note of that. If it is rained out, we'll probably be there anyway.
Yes, because rain doesn't bother us. Usually we throw a bar of soap on and we do get a bath out. So we're a clean show.
Yeah, well, one of us do. Actually, you smell like soap anyway. All right, everyone, thanks for watching. We'll be back next Monday night right here on Access 31, and the name of the show is...
Balls and All.
Catch you next Monday.
Balls and All would like to thank the following sponsors. We are looking for more people to help us in the producing of this program so we can let others know about your sports and leisure.